Go ahead and open it.
Welcome back, horror fans, to Vault of Terror, the show where we unearth the classics that shape the horror cinema. I'm your host, Sean Weathers, and with me, as always, is my co-host, the man that collects unemployment checks 11 months out of the year and only goes to work when he's legally allowed to put kids on his lap. Angus, call me Santa Claus, kids, Comb.
Oh, come on, Sean. That's slanderous defamation of character. And you know how litigious we Canadians are, Crody.
They not like us. They not like us. They not like us.
They not like us indeed. Bring it on, Angus. But let's save this courtroom drama for later. We have more important matters to discuss.
Indeed. Today we're delving into The Thing from Another World, 1951. One of the most influential sci-fi horror films of all time. And one that comes with its own mystery. Who really directed it?
Officially, Christian Nyby. Is it Nyby or Ny?
You know, I'm not sure. I'm not sure. I've never investigated that.
Me either. Nyby?
Nyby, maybe. But, I mean, it doesn't matter. I don't think anybody knows how to say it. And it's just evidence that we don't know who this guy is. Right? And who is this guy?
I guess. But many, including the cast members like Kenneth Tobey, claimed that Howard Hawks, the legendary filmmaker, was the one that directed it. And honestly, Hawks' fingerprints are all over this film.
Absolutely. John Carpenter, who did a fantastic commentary track for this film, and also directed the 1982 remake, even said the movie was directed by Howard Hawks. Verifiably directed by Howard Hawks. And it's not hard to see why that theory sticks.
When I saw the movie in school, I saw the Hawks' influence, so I did a little bit of research. Some of the actors claim that Hawks was directing them, was rehearsing them for the sequences. It certainly appears that way. But I do know that Christian Nyby was Hawks' editor on Red River, and he owed him a favor because Nyby recut Red River while Hawks was gone. So The Thing was his reward.
He must be over 8 feet long.
Somebody got out of that saucer?
Got out or was thrown out and frozen fast before he could get clear.
Hawks was a master at ensemble dynamics, and this film is no exception. The rapid-fire overlapping dialogue, the camaraderie among a group of men, and the professionals under pressure theme are pure Hawks. Even Margaret Sheridan's Nikki, a tough, witty, and competent female lead, fits the archetype of the Hawksian woman perfectly.
Anybody around here want some coffee?
No, but you can come in.
It's the only reason I brought it. I was hoping you might ask me in.
Yeah, and then there's the technical brilliance. The use of Geiger counters to build tension, the claustrophobic setting of the Arctic base, and the way group shots are choreographed to create an atmosphere of unease. It's all so effective. Even the creature's limited screen presence works to its advantage, letting the audience's imagination do the heavy lifting.
Speaking of the creature, let's talk about the plot. A UFO crashes into the Arctic, and a team of scientists and military personnel discover a frozen alien. When it's accidentally thawed, all hell breaks loose. It's a siege film at its core, a hallmark of Howard Hawks' storytelling, which John Carpenter often cited as a major influence. Carpenter's remake, The Thing, 1982, isn't just a reimagining of the 1951 classic, it's also a masterful exploration of paranoia and isolation. Carpenter would also reimagine Rio Bravo, 1959, also directed by Hawks, into Assault on Precinct 13 in 1976. The danger in these films isn't just the external, it's the breakdown of trust and the fragility of human relationships under pressure.
Indeed. The alien in the original is fascinating. While it doesn't have the grotesque body horror of Carpenter's version, which is truer to the original source material, John W. Campbell's novella, Who Goes There, this one's vegan.
Is that a shot at me?
Maybe subconsciously. Even though this bloodsucker doesn't eat vegetables, it literally is one. The working title for this movie was The Reverse Vegan Vampire from Venus. But don't look that up. Just take my word for it. The sparing use of the creature, with shadows and fleeting appearances, keeps the tension high. To use a phrase that you're fond of, Hawks understood that less is more.
1.8.
Come on, those lights.
1.9. The needles hit the top.
This phrase is gonna haunt me if I don't address it. More is more. More is more. More is more. More is more. All work and no play make Sean a dull boy. More is more. More is more. They not like us. More is more. Keep watching the skies.
Feel better now?
Watch.
What's wrong?
We finally got one.
We found a flying saucer.
The Cold War paranoia, fears of communism, and the fascination with UFOs in the 1950s, it's all baked into the DNA of this movie. It also laid the groundwork for so many of the sci-fi horror tropes we take for granted now. The distrust between scientists and military personnel, the ethical debates about survival versus discovery. It's a film that feels as relevant as ever.
We owe it to the brain of our species to stand here and die without destroying a source of wisdom.
Hawks knew how to balance tension and action, like the Geiger counter's escalating clicks. A moment so effective it made the device a sci-fi and horror staple. Even if real Geiger counters don't behave quite as dramatically, that creativity shines. But not every choice lands. The electric blanket scene, for example, defies logic.
Yeah.
It melts a massive block of ice, yet the freezing soldier sitting right behind it doesn't feel a thing, nor turn around once at the object he's there to monitor. It's a moment that stretches logic a bit too far.
It does, yeah.
And while the fast-paced dialogue is often praised, some lines and exchanges feel a little dated and unnatural by today's standards, taking you out of the moment sometimes.
This carrot, as you call it, has constructed an aircraft capable of flying some millions of miles through space.
So, horror fans, where do you stand? Does this film's genius outweigh its quirks? Or do those flaws really stick with you? Let us know your thoughts on this undeniable classic in the comments below. And while you're at it, tell us your favorite version of the thing. Until next time, keep watching the skies and stay spooky.
You're wiser than anything on Earth. Use that intelligence. Look at me and know what I'm trying to tell you. I'm not your enemy. I'm a scientist. I'm a scientist who's trying.
And you know how litigious we Canadians are, Croby. Sorry. Shit.
It's okay.
I don't know what the hell I said there.
Hawks knew how to balance a sci-fi and Howard. Sorry. Howard Hawks. Howard.
This is reverse, not reverse, but reverse.
Yeah, you could just say reverse.
Or reverse. Do you want reverse? Which one is it?
Say it however you feel comfortable.
The reverse vegan vampire from Venus.
The reverse vegan vampire from Venus. You sounded like an alien trying to sound human.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Is this how you humans talk?
Yes, indeed. I'm really one of the plants here. I've been taken over.
Watch the skies everywhere. Keep looking. Keep watching the skies.